Our correspondent from Benue and Nasarawa, Mayowa Kwato and Godwin Agwam join me now for more on this development. Let's begin in Nasarawa. Godwin, talk to us about the alignment and realignment we're hearing about from Benue, from Nasarawa rather.
I would say it's a two-horse race in Nasarawa State now between the People's Democratic Party candidate, David Mbogadu, and the state governor, Abdullah Sule, who is also the candidate of the All Progressives Congress. Recently, the Labour Party candidate, who a lot of persons had thought would make wave in the election, stepped down for the PDP candidate and endorsed him. That is Joseph Ewuga. He endorsed him and through his support and asked his supporters to support David Mbogadu. This is a plus to the camp of the PDP. I had said it before when I was on air that the PDP seems to have one house for the very first time, because the candidate of the PDP, David Mbogadu, is an origin of the Gun Nation. He's from the Gun Nation. And of course, for the very first time, the Gun people are featuring just a single candidate in a major political party like the PDP. Now, the Joseph Ewuga, who had stepped down for David Mbogadu, is also from the Gun extraction. So if he had continued in the race, his votes were likely to come out from the strongholds of the PDP in Cairo, like in Nasarawa, and other local governments that had hitherto been projected as PDP strongholds. Now, with his stepping down and with the endorsement of other few political parties who had stepped down for the candidate of the PDP, they have made the PDP candidates to be more stronger in this contest. But that is not to say that the incumbent governor, Abdullah Sule, is also not strong in this contest. He's a very strong candidate in this contest because there are a lot of alignment and realignment going on in his place. Now recently, the senator-elect of Nasarawa West Senatorial Zone, Aliyu Wadada, declared his support for Sule. Aliyu Wadada was a member of the APC, but because he lost out at the primaries, he defected to the Social Democratic Party so that he could contest for the Senate. And he was so lucky, he won overwhelmingly at the polls. And now he has thrown his weight behind the governor, who is the candidate of the APC. Now, where the challenge will be for the both of them is in the Nasarawa South. Now, the Nasarawa South is populated by the Alago people. The running mate of the governor, Abdullah Sule, is from the Alago Nation, and he is the incumbent deputy governor of the state, Emmanuel Akabi. Of course, we are projecting that he will have some support from his people from that side. But the PDP candidate also has the senator-elect from the zone, because his own people, who are the largest tribe in the state, have supported the candidate of the PDP during the senatorial elections. So they are expecting that it's payback time for the PDP, the senator-elect of the National South, to also support the candidate of the PDP
Indeed.
At this governorship post that is coming up. So it's a case of give and take between the PDP senator-elect, the senator-elect who is of the PDP in National South, and of course the candidate of the PDP who is from Nasarawa North. And I want to state categorically here that the Gun Nation are one of the most populous tribes in the state. They are in virtually all local government of the state. And so that's why this contest is going to be a tough one, because the governor seems to be coming from the zone. He's coming from the zone of the candidate of the PDP.
Interesting development, Godwin, an interesting permutation as well, as we see different parties trying to align and realign ahead of the 18th March contest. But do you find it interesting that the Labour Party that came first during the presidential election is now throwing its weight behind the PDP that came a distant third?
Yeah, I did.
Well, let me be frank with you. The truth is, Labour Party candidates had no chance in this election, the governorship election. The people who voted for Labour Party at the presidential election did so because they voted for Peter Obi and not for Labour Party per se. Majority of the votes that was garnered by the Labour Party at the presidential election were gotten from the strongholds of the PDP. So the only thing he would have done was that he would have scuttled the chances of the PDP candidates, because of course he would have been dividing the votes of the PDP candidates in places like Cairo, which is populated by Igbos and non-indigenous in the states.
Indeed.
And of course, in places like Akwanga, of course, in places like Obi, and other local government like Nasarawa, where he's from. So he would have divided the votes of the PDP candidate if he had gone ahead to contest in these polls. Now, there is one challenge that the APC is also having. The candidate of the New Nigerian People's Party, that's the NNPP candidate, Abdullahi Medoya, is also another strong candidate that a lot of persons seems to be ignoring in this election.